Hello, hello. It's Shanique here, back with another key step inside the no BS remote cleaning checklist. Again, this is a completely free checklist, very simple, straightforward, dummy proof, everything you need to start and scale your remote cleaning business, everything that I used to make $16,000 in the first 90 days from transitioning as a solo cleaner, small cleaning business to remote. And a little bit of my stories right now. I completely stopped taking on new clients to redefine money because I noticed that a lot of my decisions were being self sabotaged by negative money mindsets. And I do not believe in pursuing a number without connecting it to purpose. So, in that celebration, I wanted to literally give you all the information that I've ever included, invested in the last 2 years, all my experience to help you, but also make it very aware that if you too do not have the proper mindset, doesn't matter how much strategies that you have, you may not even implement everything here. But my goal is to give you as much breakdown that you feel confident to the AI prompts, the encouragement, the motivation, as well the experience and the opportunity here on YouTube and on TikTok to communicate with me to get support. As well, when you do download this free checklist, it is a part of a Profit Mindset Mastery Discord group, which is your support group. So you're not doing this alone. So you have everything you need. Let's get into the second key step. You would see the actual checklist on your screen. You would already be familiar. We are in the second key step, and this one's gonna be really fast, quick, I should say. Yesterday, we went over the complete the identity breakthrough exercise. Now we are doing the eliminate your money blocks, and it is the money block assessment. Nothing in the first step, mental mindset, is meant to be skipped. You might think, oh, I just want to go right into how to get clients. I want to know how to price my services. But from experience, I made $16,000 a day, $2,000 clients. I'm booking out consistent move out, move in cleans, and still there's something limiting. As much as the business is growing, you may not feel the same way, but eventually you might, and you might realize that you grow a business that you actually are not even connected with. And that's my take on building a business. Is essentially to build it according to your vision, and that is obviously connected to who you are mentally. So that's why starting out with your money mindset assessment is to be honest with yourself. It is very evident that this culture doesn't even know themselves and are very led by social standards because they have no idea what they want from themselves, and they just follow what's happening out there. And that seems deep for a cleaning business, but that is your source of income. It's your stepping stool to achieve the lifestyle you want. So yes, it should be deep. So the assessment is essentially you're going through honestly, and the more emotional feelings, I don't care if you're a feeler, I don't care if you're male or female, we are all emotional beings. To be honest with you, when any feeling that you have, whether it's envy, whether it's tense in your heart, whether it's overthinking, well, overthinking is not an actual emotion, but you will take the time to identify and be honest with yourself. What am I feeling when I ask these questions to myself? And you're to go down. Each of the questions has a letter to the answer that best describes how you respond to the question or the scenario. Once you go through all the questions, you will tally up how much A, B's, or C's or D's you have, and then it'll give you a point system, and then putting you into what mindset you're essentially operating in right now. It's not. Oh, sorry, TikTok, you don't have it. Essentially, what mindset you're in right now. I have four categories of mindsets that you're probably in right now, which survival, a lot of new entrepreneurs are in survival mode, mostly because the they're coming from the employee mindset and from society, from their family, from past failures. You're already in a mental state of, I need to survive. Most of us are earning money to pay bills, to cover expenses, to be able to make a living. A lot of people say I'm making a living, and technically that is just survival mode. It's just a human instinct that we're just here to stay alive. But that is not how you live and abundantly. And when you build a business to just stay alive, to just pay a bill, to make a living, you are already trapped in there. So when you're making certain decisions, like investing in something that is three times as much, where to you, you do have a, you know, like you want to go on vacation, but you need to invest in your business and it's more survival mode and enjoyment. Um, that may not be the best example, but to connect your decisions based on your business plan and your lifestyle versus I can't afford it and dismissing it. So it's your survival mode, your growth mindset is typically people that have a coachable mindset. That you're typically here right now. You actually downloaded this um, checklist. You do want to grow. You recognize there's more. You recognize that you only know what you have known. So you're here and willing to expand. But this is also where you are in your growing pains, because you'll see the self-doubt. You'll feel afraid because you want to resort back to the survival mode versus challenging that. Then you have your merging leadership mindset where, okay, yes, I'm down, I'm here to grind. I understand the concept of money and having it as a tool. I understand the concept and importance of having ownership. Now I want to increase that. I want to grow in that. But you can stay stuck in being a business owner, thinking that you're doing something because you have a master business license and you're not operating as a person who has ownership over something, and you're just maintaining. Whereas CEO mindset, you own something, but you're here to strategically see it grow and make an impact according to your vision, as well as how it impacts the people around you. And when you're in the CEO mindset, you make vision aligned decisions. You make calculated decisions based on your data, based on goal and a plan, and you're not swayed when you're making a decision for money's sake. You're not swayed versus what he say or she say. You're not swayed by your friends or family. You're not swayed by what's on social media, down to authorities in the space, because you could be caught in shiny object syndrome, continuously consuming information and not being able to implement and become the CEO, and you continue to be a follower. And I really want you guys to identify where you are right now so you have an understanding. So when you are making the decision, you're having conversations with your staff, you're having conversations with your clients, you can identify the languages that you're saying, how you are perceiving the conversation, and be able to rewire and redirect that when you're making further decisions. So that's essentially what the money mindset assessment is, to get that. I also added, because this was essentially was a freebie, but now I'm putting it in the full no BS checklist. But I also added what to say when you get objections. And I'm not gonna really go through that, but essentially it's gonna break down what you might be hearing and what you can say instead. Throughout the checklist, there are multiple areas where I help you kind of deter or move past objections, what I like to say client concerns. So this is not the only place. There's an actual designated objection area that we could go over to. My main goal for you here is identify what money mindset you're in. I also would like you to go further than this checklist and just the mindset. If you realize that you're in survival, if you're in growth, if you're in leadership, you're in CEO, Go into YouTube University, find other experts that really speak on mindset so that in addition to growing your business and income, you are also growing your mind to become the strongest leader you can be. You cannot grow a business that outgrows you as a person. If you are selfish, if you're greedy, if you're giving, if you're loving, if you're anxious, if you're afraid, if you're timid, that person runs your business. So it's very important that you become mentally the person that runs a six-figure business, a seven-figure business, an eight-figure business. Not just the strategies and checklists, but mentally who that is. Okay? So that's what that today's step was. I'll see you tomorrow in the next live and explanation. Again, to get this checklist, it's completely free. You do have to be part of the private Profit Mindset Mastery Discord group, support group, and you'll see all the links to the resources, including this one, in that group. Thank you, guys.